When you install a new knife on your flow wrappers and rotary vertical baggers, do you always install a new anvil? This Greener Tech Bite explains why reusing the old anvil when you install a new knife will cause cutting and sealing problems, delay production, and increase spare parts costs. The old, used anvil is often retained with good intent. When a knife fails, there is great pressure to minimize downtime. A new knife may be installed without a new anvil with the hope to save time and resume production as quickly as possible, or to reduce spare parts costs. But the expenses of a new anvil and the time it takes to install it are minimal compared to the costs of increased scrap rates and downtime caused by failing to replace the anvil. A new knife must be over-adjusted to cut across the impression in the old anvil made by the previous knife. When knives are over-adjusted, you can hear the heavy impact as they strike the anvil and feel the vibration when you put your hand on the machine. This condition causes multiple problems. Over-adjusted knives wear prematurely and must be replaced more often, increasing both downtime and spare parts costs. The heavy impact of the knife against the anvil also causes the premature failure of sealing jaws, springs, bearings, shafts, and other critical components. When an over-adjusted knife strikes the anvil with excess force, the trailing sealing faces of the jaws bounce apart, reducing the transfer of pressure and heat to the leading seal of the next package and causing poor seal quality. The missing serration imprints in this carbon impression clearly illustrate the bounce from an over-adjusted knife. Machine adjustments made to compensate for poor seal quality caused by an over-adjusted knife can create additional problems. If temperature settings are raised in an attempt to restore seal quality, the additional heat expands the sealing jaws, knife, and anvil, making the knife over-adjustment more severe and creating excessive pressure between the leading sealing faces of the jaws that can crush or split the trailing package seal. Increasing spring pressure to compensate for poor seals can cause the already over-adjusted knife to wear out even faster. And just as with higher temperatures, excess sealing pressure can split and damage the seals. Never adjust the clearance between the upper and lower sealing jaws to address cutting issues. Clearance should be set when the sealing jaws are installed and generally left unchanged. Once you consider the problems caused by reusing anvils, you will better understand why installing a new anvil every time you replace a knife is the lowest cost, most productive practice for optimizing performance on flow wrappers and rotary vertical baggers. To discover additional technical resources for flow wrappers and vertical baggers, visit greenercorp.com/techblog or contact Greener Corporation. We provide integrated parts and technical service solutions worldwide.